Hi, Warhawk Defense here. So today we're going to take a look at a gun that I really like, that I bought because I went back, kind of got back into shooting some USPSA, just minor stuff at the club level, nothing crazy. So I shoot at the club, at our local club, every Friday night. But I wanted to change up to another type gun, and I've always wanted one. My son had a type of gun. He has a Tanfoglio that he used to shoot for USPSA, and it was always a great gun and ran well. He did well with it, so I found used a very nice CZ. This is a CZ75B Omega, and the reason I like this, especially for shooting the competition level, is it's got these competition sights on it that come all the way to the very back, and it's got a flatter trigger on it. It's got a nice flat trigger right here. It's got these competition sights, and it kind of is set up. It's long, longer barrel, 4.5 inches or so, or 4.6. It has a good round capacity. The standard flush magazines are 17. This is a 17, and as you can see, it fits flush. But I also have some 19 and 20 round mags that'll go on it that have a little extension that comes down, which is allowed in what I shoot. And it actually has a great single action trigger. You get it in single action, and it's got a very nice trigger. And because it's got such a low bore axis with the way that CZ has the rails, the slide actually goes inside the frame, and it has a long rail all the way to the back. Makes it very accurate, and I wanted one of these for a long time. I finally found one used at and man, this one was used, but it didn't look like it had ever been shot. This baby, now it had originally obviously come from the West Coast because it was Democrat woke tolerant. It only had a 10 round magazine with it, so I had to do some work on that magazine to get it to take 16 rounds, and then I bought more magazines, from the free parts of the United States, from the parts that have not given into socialism. So anyway, now it's a great gun and runs great. Now this one is double single action, so if you rack the slide, and it has a snap cap. Whoops, snap cap came out. Let's get that. Let's drop that snap cap out of there. So once the slide is locked back, I can slide release on. Here it is on this side. Slide release. Goes forward, stays cocked. You can see right here it stays cocked, and now I've got a good single action pull. But in competition, when I load, rack it in, make the gun ready, I have to decock, and this one's got an ambidextrous decocker. So I decock. That gives me the first round, and is a hard long pull, but it's not too bad. Not too bad. After that, all the shots are in single action, and those shots, even though it does have some take up on the trigger, got a little take up, but it's actually got a nice trigger pull. And it's a 3-dot sight system, which I'm okay with. They are luminescent sights. They've got I don't know what kind of chemical the sights are made of, but once they get light on them, they glow. It works fine for the range. And some of my other guns, I've blacked out the back sights, and I put a light gathering front sight on it, a high vis or something on there, you know, light with a light gathering light pipe, you know. But I'm debating whether I need to do that one, because this one actually shoots so well for me that I kind of like it as is. The other night, today is Monday, and last Friday we went to the range, and I mean, I shoot the way I normally do. I mean, I'm an old guy and I'm shooting against a lot of young guys, and everybody, almost everybody else besides me, is shooting optics gun. They're either shooting a race gun in you know, in the open division, or they're shooting pistol carry optics division, and they've all got red dots mounted up here. You know, I'm an old guy, and I figure if I'm gonna continue to practice shooting, I need to practice being able to shoot with iron sights, because you know what, the red dot, I've been shooting a long time, and I've been to training sessions and other things before where red dots, lights, other things have died on me. So I'm just sticking to the old-fashioned iron sights, but even with those, I got two nice, two targets that were obscured, only the head was showing. I got two nice A-zone hits, you know, right between the eyes on one target, and they were a distance out. They were 25 feet or more out during competition, and I hit them. They were A-zone hits, both of them, and I felt real good about that for an old guy. This gun actually performed for me very well and is very accurate, just like it is right out of the box. Now, I could spend a lot of money, get it souped up, but heck, you know, I'm not going for a grandmaster, being on the TV and making my life out of shooting. I've already spent my life doing other things more important than shooting, but this is just a fun thing for me. But I'll tell you, if you want to shoot a little competition, these CZs, either this one or, now this one only cost me, you know, $500. It was used. I got a discount. Yeah, so you could buy a used one and go to town and have lots of fun and be competitive and be accurate with it. So, or you can spend a couple $1,000, get a Shadow 2 or some of the fancy race guns. But this one worked great for me, still does, and boy, it fits my hand so well. I'll tell you, nothing fits your hand better than a CZ with the original grips. Now, I know some guys go and get these goofy aftermarket grips and stuff. They're goofy. I don't know why they think they're cool, because they're internet cool, I guess, or something. But these rubber grips that are original to this gun, they're molded. They got a little palm swell in them. They're rubber. They're molded. They got a little piece right here where you can rest I can rest my thumb right on there. I'm telling you, right out of the box, for me, this gun is about as close to perfect as you can get, and I like it. And you know, and I've been shooting for a long time, and I've shot USPSA for on and off for, I don't know, 20, 25 years. So, and I've shot XDs, you know, and all kinds of stuff. This one's great, you know, right out of the box, and it's used. Besides, it just happens to be a really, really nice used one. I don't think it was ever shot. Like I said, it came from the West Coast, so some guy probably bought it. Wife made him give it up, or he got scared of, you know, Gavin Newsom's draconian gun laws and sold it. But I'll tell you what, somebody's loss was my gain, and this is a nice, sweet gun. So, anyway, I really like it, and it works great for me. But CZ75B Omega, the Omega is the trigger designation. It's because it's got a different kind of trigger. I think the Omega triggers are still used in the Shadow, the CZ Shadow models. This particular gun is not made anymore. They discontinued it a couple of years ago. But you can still get a CZ75 or you can get a Shadow, Shadow 2, you know, all kinds of other guns from CZ that would work just as well. But a standard CZ75. Oh, and one thing I forgot to tell you, this one, as well as having the Omega trigger on it, it has a decocker. So when it's cocked, you decock it. I've mentioned that already. But this gun originally came with a decocker mechanism and a safety mechanism, which just made it to where you could put it on safe, and then when you pulled it out of your holster, you flipped the safety up and started shooting. Now, that would have been nice, but I have never really shot a gun with a safety like that before. And this particular gun, when I got it, that piece was missing out of the box. So the guy that had it before me, I don't know what he did with it, lost it, or I don't know, when the wife made him sell it, she didn't know what it was and threw it away, who knows. But that safety mechanism, that I could convert it, so it was a convertible gun, either decocker or safety, but the mechanism to make it back to a safety was not in the box. So I couldn't do that, and they're hard to find. I haven't been able to find one, but it doesn't matter to me because the trigger's basically fine, and once you put the mag in, rack the slide, you know, then you have to decock, then you holster, then you come out of the holster when the buzzer sounds and start shooting. The first shot is a pull, and then after that they're all single action pulls, and the first shot is not as hard a pull that makes it a problem, and you just find a nice fat easy target for your first shot and you're fine. Anyway, nice gun. Okay, here we are on the range shooting the CZ75B Omega 9mm. Let's put a mag in. 17 rounds of 9mm. Rack the slide. This one's got decock, so we'll go to first decock, make it safe, holster. We'll start shooting on those plates down there. So we'll see how accurate we are. All right, here we go. Come out of the holster, first shot is hard trigger pull and soft trigger. Very accurate, those little ones. You can hit those little ones too. Alright, 15 rounds. There we are. Empty. Make her safe. Holster. And there we are. So that's your shooting demo for this CZ75. Very nice gun. I like it. Shoots great. And as I mentioned before, I've been shooting it for some USPSA, and I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, CZ75B Omega. I'll turn the flashlight on here and spotlight it a little bit. In case the light here isn't very good on the desktop, but so there it is. You can see it's got what's called the Omega trigger, which is a little flatter trigger than standard CZs have, and it's got a decocker. It's got these sights that are they're light, luminescent, so if you put a light on it, then they'll glow in the dark. You can faintly see those glowing probably. Once you expose them to a light, they'll glow a little bit. But it's got the competition hammer, it's got the competition sights on it. It's got the competition trigger, which is a little more flat. And it's 4.6 inches, maybe, something like that overall. Again, this is a CZ75B Omega, and this one's in 9mm. CZ75B Omega. It is a nice gun, as I said in the in the opening. This is a real nice gun. Hopefully you can see it better there. CZ75B Omega, and nice. And here's how it comes apart. It's like a standard CZ, not the easiest one to take apart, but you drop the mag out, you clear it, make sure it's nice and clear, decock it, and then it's got two lines right here, one on the slide, one on the frame. You line those two lines up together, and then you have to knock out the pin on the other side right here. You knock that out, then you take you take the pressure off a little bit, and this piece comes out right here. It just comes out, and then it just comes apart. It just comes apart like that. There's the there's the slide, or the frame. There's the frame. Here's the slide. Standard spring comes out, and that's what it looks like. So it's a little dirty. I shot it Friday night, but so it's a little dirty, but. And then it just goes back together easy. Not a big deal. It does have a plastic guide rod, and but it's got these nice rails that run full length down the slide on both sides right here, and they run inside, as you can see here on the frame. The frame allows this to run inside. The rails are cut on the inside of the frame right here, so makes it very accurate because it's got a nice straight slide. It goes back very nice and very easy. So then you just line up those two little marks, you put this thing back in, you push it in, there you go, ready to go. Anyway, very nice. I like it a lot. It's been a great competition gun for me. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with it. So anyway, hope you like it. That's it.